Someone commented on one of my videos, asking me, how could I possibly forget the story? Now you might be wondering what story she was talking about. Was it the story of Beauty and the Beast? No, certainly not. Her story was her personal story, her past story, and her story of defeat and failure. Now, you might be thinking, why was she asking to forget the story? What good would it do to her? So, in this video, I will be answering some of the questions you might be having and providing you with clarity on the topic of story, including how they can be beneficial to us or limit us when manifesting our desires. Stories are a great way in which we communicate. You are probably aware that stories are written by authors, bloggers, and other individuals who are creative. But are stories only limited to the authors and the readers? Well, it is not like that. Stories are a great way to manifest your desires. They have great significance. If you look at all the physical objects in this universe, they are the stories. The smartphone you are using is a story of advancement. The light bulb is a story of invention. Right now, I am telling you a story. After watching this video, you will tell yourself a story. When you call your friend, you will hear a story. From morning to night, you are engaging with the stories. Stories of love, hate, anger, jealousy, success, failure, and many more. The way you perceive yourself is also a story. Your life conditions are a story. Stories are a way through which we convey what we feel inside. We use words, pictures, sounds, expressions, and even ask the listener to imagine things to convey our ideas. We are not only the authors or writers, we are the storytellers. We are the authors of our lives. The stories we tell us every day have a major impact on our lives, on our manifestations, on our actions, and on our surroundings. Suppose I told you stories of defeat and failure every day, and you listened to them. After some time, how would your perception of your life change? Would you not start accepting the limitations? Would you not start living with a closed mind? You would, right? That is why my intention is to show up every day with a new story of positivity, why things can happen in your reality, and how you can go beyond your limitations. My goal is to make a positive difference in your life. Do you find my videos motivating? Tell me in the comments section. I'm not going to tell you any weird techniques or cheat codes. I only remind you of the law of manifestation in a unique way, through unique stories that impact you. So, do you now understand the impact of stories? Stories are basically a group of thoughts that generate certain feelings in the speaker and the listener. The thoughts you have create a chain reaction and form a story. When something does not happen the way you want, you tell yourself a story. You tell a story to yourself when you're in love. You tell a story to yourself when you achieve something. But, do you notice something? The stories you tell yourself are basically inner conversations. In these stories or conversations, only you are the speaker and only you are the listener. In the outside world, two bodies are there. One is speaking and the other is listening. If the listening body is not interested in the opinion of the speaking body, he or she disengages and goes to another body. But in your inner world, you are both speaking and listening, which is a very unique thing on its own. The stories you are dominantly telling yourself are manifesting in your reality, as it consists of thoughts and feelings. You start forming opinions about something without any evidence, and then you continue to think in the same manner, which shapes your reality in that particular manner. You start getting evidence that matches those inner stories, and after some time, you are living that story physically. Every one of you is capable of manifesting, and you do it by telling yourself many stories. Every one of you has a story to tell about every aspect of your life. These are your assumptions and your beliefs. You also have a story about me. You also have a story about Neville Goddard. It is not like my story is correct and yours is false. Your story is your story because of your perceptions, which are formed from many more stories. So, what are you manifesting right now? A car. $100,000. A partner. A house. What do you think about $100,000? Is it difficult to earn? Is it a big amount? Is it something that would take lots of time? If all of your answers are yes to the above questions, then you better change your story. Your assumptions. Your story right now is, I want to manifest $100,000, but it is hard to earn. It is a big amount for me. It would take lots of time to have such an amount. It is not possible for me. So, do you see what is wrong here? Is your story one that will allow you to take the actions necessary to earn $100,000 or one that will keep you stuck in your limitations? The same thing goes if you are manifesting a partner. Do they love you? Do they talk to you? Do they hang out with you? What do they think about you? All of the answers to these questions are in the stories. The interesting part is that these stories are heard and told only internally. If we are not conscious enough, we can't break the loop and change the old stories. That is why, in yesterday's video, I asked you to devote 1 week to yourself to become observant about the thoughts you are playing within you. It is because these stories are manifesting in your reality. Now, I would like to ask you all and that lady, have you tried to forget something? I dare you to forget about the blue butterfly. Can you do it? No. The moment you tell yourself to forget something, you start remembering it even more. Suddenly, you'll remember the blue butterfly. Then you'll wonder how its friends look, and you'll remember a group of blue butterflies. That is why you never forget stories. Do you forget your assumptions, or do you replace them? Do you say that I have to forget that I am shy, or do you say that I have to remember that I am a socially prominent person? If you are a Neville follower and you are about to comment after the video that this is not Neville, stop using his name. You should go ahead and replace every story word in this video with the assumption word and play it again. So, your persistent assumptions harden into facts, and your persistent stories become your reality. That is why the story you tell yourself is very important. You always tell yourself a new story and replace the old one. You don't forget the story, you change the story. You are the creator of your life. So, I ask you to perform this simple activity right now. Take a pen and a piece of paper. On the top, write what you want to manifest. Suppose it is a partner. Write a loving relationship with Marilyn Monroe. Now, in every possible way, ask yourself questions about the concept of a loving relationship. Ask yourself, is she faithful? The first response you receive confirms your assumption. Write it down, don't change it, and don't try to make it sound better or worse. Whatever comes up, write it. Ask yourself, does she love me? Ask yourself an infinite number of questions, and you will get the story and assumptions you have about her. In the same manner, write your name on another sheet of paper and ask yourself some questions too. You would now be aware of your hidden assumptions about yourself and that specific person. Now take another sheet of paper and make new assumptions about the thing you desire, and remind yourself of this story every day. This is how you will manifest. So, I hope you learned something wonderful today. Subscribe for more such videos. I will meet you with another golden nugget. Happy manifesting.